Shazam is like big if. This particular strain of woohoo has taken root in, of all places, the DC Extended Universe, home to Ben Affleck's Gone to Seed Batman and Henry Cavill's stoic Superman, as well as the scowling malcontents of Suicide Squad. Not long ago, Zack Snyder, who held the reins of the DCEU until personal issues prompted him to step aside, rolled his eyes at viewers who pressed for a more optimistic take on the genre. It's a cool point of view to be like, my heroes are still innocent. My heroes didn't. Video Shazam. Star Zachary Levi on a superhero fight with Dwayne Johnson. Associated Press. Snyder's Justice League was meant to be the DCEU's keystone, but it got outperformed at the box office by Wonder Woman, and the movie's breakout character was Jason Momoa as Aquaman, whose own movie Wakanda-colored, borderline camp fantasia with crab people and a drum-playing octopus who surpassed them both. Gallery movies to watch in 2019 photo service. Shazam. Billy Batson Asher Angel goes them one step better, relatability-wise. He's not a godlike being who occasionally passes for human. He's an ordinary Billy lives in a world where Superman and Batman fend off threats to humanity's very existence, but in non-mythic Philadelphia, there's not much for a newly empowered He-Man to do. When he rushes to the, so Billy does what any teenage boy would were he suddenly plopped into an adult body. He buys beer and ducks into a strip club. Shazam. But when his foster brother and aspiring sidekick, Freddie Jack Dylan Grazer, starts posting videos, Billy discovers something worth sticking around for the love of the crowd. Superman holds up. Shazam is slow going early on, with a ponderous prologue that sets up Mark Strong's villainous Thaddeus Sivana, who was approached by the wizard but found wanting, and chose to harbor the 7 deadly sins, a horde of ropa-looking digital demons instead. But it comes alive once Billy steps into his grown-up suit, and Levi busts out his overgrown child charisma. At one point, but it gives the character a range of emotions that superhero movies rarely get to indulge, since even the entries that branch off can't stray too far from the main stem. Levi doesn't read. Even better, those emotions are contagious. Shazam. If that violates the exigencies of franchise filmmaking, so be it. I am not dying.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.